to cast. He's just so phenomenal. He is.
STX Soul INnoVation.
And in the upper left, we have our Protoss player, perhaps the best Protoss player in the world right now. He is.
SK Telecom T1 Lane.
This could be a GSL finals right now, really, with these two guys.
Yeah. It would be a finals that everyone would tune into, Tasteless.
Yeah,
no kidding. Both such powerhouses.
That would be one of those fantasy finals, you know?
Yeah, the ones that you make up but sometimes come true.
Yeah.
You know, it's like we've seen a few of those in the past, especially in Brood War that has such a long history.
Yeah, well,
like
I mean,
like Savior Nada or
there were many of those.
I Love Uv Boxer or Jadong Flash.
Savior Bisu was another one too.
Well, that was when Bisu came out.
Yeah.
But if that had happened again, that would have been. But yeah, I'm excited, man. We see that a long time ago Rain beat him. That match, actually, you just have to discount. It's so long ago.
Yeah, that was quite a while ago.
INnoVation.
So we got
1,000.
I gotta say, I'm surprised that Rain's going Nexus first, especially in HOTS.
You know, he is that meta. Maybe he must be thinking, well, you're gonna fast expand. Are you really gonna rerun this huge ass map? Really? And INnoVation is not going to do that. He's gonna go ahead and get a command center first. So whether it's the right call or not, in this case, it is actually
well,
the right
in this
call.
case, it's going to work. I'm just surprised to see him doing it. I really feel like you can't actually go Nexus first in HOTS.
I think you might be right.
I think I'm right about this.
It might just get you behind overall.
Yeah.
Like, not super far behind, but if they open Reaper, it might just get you behind.
Yeah.
A couple gases on the way. Everything looking pretty standard from both these guys as far as their actual build orders go. Other than the fact that they're both going for the expansion before anything, which is somewhat
standard. You know, when you got two guys that are doing something like this, it gets a little weird because technically the Protoss could make a third Nexus right away. You could start expanding like Zerg because nobody has a lot of stuff out early on.
That is very true. And in fact, if you go Nexus first against a command center first, oftentimes that is the best choice because when they see that, they're going to want to throw up a third command center and 2 engineering bays.
And they can actually just do that in their main too, and it's hard to scout in that situation. So you,
in fact, you can't really. There's nothing
unless they let you. Yeah, I mean, it's so easy to deny that. Yeah,
you can't get anything that flies out that quickly. The quickest thing you could get maybe is a sentry, and then you have to wait to 100 energy, and then you have to use the 100 energy. So yeah, they can do that without really any repercussions.
Now, we got the mothership on the way. I was going to say before I saw that it was making, I'm like, when do you get a mothership if you go?
Yeah.
A mothership core if you go Nexus first, but I guess now we know.
Yeah, that's
actually,
that is some good information, actually.
Because I don't know, like, off the top of my head.
Well, I just haven't been doing this build at all. But
exactly.
It makes sense. The mothership core, more and more, is becoming the first unit that you get in this matchup, just because you need to get it up to Nexus Cannon energy. And once you have that, you're completely safe until they have a lot of units and either Stim or Medivacs, or both.
Yeah. It's also just nice, solid, defendable unit.
Well, Robo is on the way. INnoVation in the meantime, getting his...
really nicely done by INnoVation. And that Zealot is essentially useless now. So really nice job there by INnoVation.
He's going to show you, Taste. He's going to go home and repair his shields, recharge those, and he might get a kill or two later. We don't know.
We don't know.
Taser said I couldn't do it, but I'm going to do it.
Now, we got the third gas on the way here for INnoVation, and they're both just tacking up. Looks like they are both, in fact, going to stay on 2 base and not try to grab a quick third.
Now we do have +1 on the way for INnoVation. Kind of cool to see with those 3 Raxes. He may be gearing up for a powerful attack.
Yeah.
You know, we don't have the factory yet. Okay, there we go. He does third on the factory. So, looks like he's going to be hitting, you know, that Marine King-esque +1 Stim Medivac timing with basically pure Marine. Sometimes you see a Marauder or 2 in it, but very Marine heavy for a lot of damage output. Looks like he's kind of teching towards that a little bit, at least as a pressure.
All right. The gateways are finishing up here. Now you want to be careful on this map. It's a huge map, but drops are especially popular here. So it can be hard to hold. So he's probably going to get a multitude of observers to try to spot for that. Oh, wow. He just barely grazed by the third in the wrong way and didn't spot that expansion.
Yeah.
That's too bad because that's probably the most important thing that he could have seen.
You're completely right on that. But as the observer flies through and he counts the barracks, I think his brain is going to connect and say, oh, I think he has a third
He can do the
base.
math.
Yeah.
He knows that INnoVation looks for to gun down this observer.
Good job there, because now he can't actually get in and see.
And he'll never know about that third now.
Yeah.
Well, not never, but
never
ever.
He never scouts that location.
On his deathbed, we might tell him, but otherwise, no, he'll never know.
Well, a Twilight Council on the way. This could be the single Colossus build. Overall, Rain has favored a lot of 2 Colossi build against Terran.
I love that, by the way.
Yeah, I think that this map not as good for it.
We do see a lot of 3 Colossi builds, but I'm starting to feel like the 2 Colossi builds are a little bit better.
I think in Heart of the Swarm, it definitely...
Well, they will make Vikings and match your Colossi, and you're better off with them over making Vikings, I think.
Yep.
In a way, than having to depend on just controlling your Colossus perfectly against those ranged Vikings.
Yeah.
Try to win the fight.
Well, right now we do have Blink on the way, as well as 1-1. 3 more gates coming up. So he's going to have quite a few Blink Stalkers, and what he's going to try to do is punish any aggression that INnoVation has coming on. Blink under any medevacs, snipe those off, don't let any damage happen to himself. But what he has to watch out for is when you go for something like this, he is staying on Colossus tech, but playing Macro Colossus with Blink first, if the Terran plays a very straight-up, heavy production style of attack.
Just hits your front.
Yeah, the Stalkers don't do a good job tanking damage.
Well, Stalks are more of finesse than muscle.
Exactly, they are, yeah. That's actually the best way to put that.
Thank you. Glad you liked it.
Yeah.
Now that the probe is going to come over here, he can click on the minerals to see how long this has been mined from. And he'll have a very good idea now of what's going on. I don't think INnoVation's going to attack, though.
Yeah, he's going to have to start putting on pressure relatively soon, but what he's doing is waiting for a third base as well.
Yeah, exactly. Well, when the Terran's taking a third base and Protoss hasn't, you don't, there's no burden on you to attack them.
Well, you know what? This is actually, 1 second. Okay, yeah, Rain does have 2-2 on the way, so he is a little bit ahead in upgrades. He's not going to be drastically ahead, but he'll always be even or 2 ahead. So that's really going to help him in any defense that occurs. But I'm getting a little bit nervous for him as well, because INnoVation's macro is about to explode.
Yeah. If I were INnoVation, I'd turn around right now. Again, no need to engage him. Let him come to you. He's the one that's up a base. Third Nexus just now coming down here.
Yeah, and
that's
that's
INnoVation's Marauder, so I want to pretend that he like Matrix dodged that Colossus Thermal Lance.
Yep. And this is about the most solid third base timing we could see in this scenario. He's waited till he has Blink. His 2-2 is halfway done. He's got a good Colossi count, and he's got a good observer spread. If you look at the mini-map, he really does see where things are and what they're doing. So he has to see drops coming before they hit, or he will die.
And it looks like he may be moving up here for a possible engagement. 1-1, though, about to finish here for the Protoss.
Yep. And... Well, actually, that's 2-2. So that's really
2-2.
Yeah, that's one of the more important aspects, is that he's going to have those upgrades to help hold off against an INnoVation who's adding a lot of production now. And in fact, he's going double reactor starport Vikings right now. So this is actually going to be really scary when he hits with this. Really, Rain right now doesn't have a Templar Archive, so he's not going to have any Archons, not going to have any Storm when this attack comes. And that's going to make it very difficult to actually hold on with only Colossi as your splash damage.
All right. He's now moving up to the center here. Protoss is now moving out as well. We could have a potential engagement here. He's scanning to try to figure out where the army is. This, INnoVation reminds me a lot of Flash, actually.
Yeah.
Like, so much so, like, whenever you watch Flash from StarCraft 1, he's always scanning where the other guy's army is. Like, he always actually knows. Nice blink away.
Has to save those Stalkers. If he loses any at this point, that actually can be a death blow.
Yeah, no kidding.
Because of how good both these players are. Every single unit matters. And he's actually going up to a 4th Colossus, isn't he? Look at that, yeah. 4th Colossus, 4 more gates on the way, as well as that Templar Archives, 3-3 being upgraded. And Rain really isn't missing a beat.
Oh my god, he's pulling SCVs.
Mm-hmm. This is the perfect thing to do before High Templars.
The most perfectly timed little attack here.
Yep.
He's going to bring his factory up. He wants to bait out some Stalker fire onto the factory in the hopes that they won't be hitting the rest of the army.
Mm-hmm. And non-stop Colossus production. A 5th one is on the way. So, you know, the huge amount of Vikings is very worthwhile. He actually has 12 already.
Now, he's already hitting these SCVs here, so if this attack doesn't work for INnoVation, it's going to be really bad.
Yeah.
Could cost in the game. We're going to find out how this goes in just a second as the battle is occurring now.
And look at that, the Vikings hitting the Colossi down before they even connect at all. The Zealots doing an absolutely fantastic job.
Micro.
That's right, and almost no splash left, but he did get every single Viking.
All right, he's coming in here now, hitting hard over here at the expansion. And now it looks like the Nexus might be picked off here as the rest of the army can't defend. I don't know why these SCVs are coming up here. That was a misclick.
Yeah, those really needed to actually hit the other location. Some nice stutter steps still going on by INnoVation. And it looks like Rain may possibly just barely hold this.
All right, now he's kiting these probes and Zealots. But it looks like he's backed up far enough. He's taking out a lot of probes still. Nexus cannon goes down, perhaps a little bit late, by the way. Probably could have done that sooner.
Well, this is still looking a little bit brutal. He's lost every single Colossus.
Oh, are you kidding me?
Whoa.
He misclicked that.
He's definitely going to go back.
Well, he has to.
Yeah.
But meanwhile, he's not mining for that expansion. There's not a ton of SCVs. His economy is in shambles to some extent.
It is. Rain definitely has a pretty sizable supply lead right now. But most of that's in probes. He's up at 60 probes against just 24 SCVs. So still the army advantage for sure goes to INnoVation, but he's got to do something with that right now.
Nice job here, sending down more Zealots just to make sure that expansion doesn't fix itself. He needs to get that Nexus. Had he gotten that Nexus, we'd be talking very differently about this game.
Yeah.
But right now, Rain is still in the clear. He's still getting those resources.
And as he gets warping around after warping around, this is getting rougher for INnoVation.
All right, he's kiting now with all these Marauders backing up slowly.
Some good kiting going on, but this army of Rains is getting just too good.
GG, INnoVation taps out.